Well, hello and welcome back. My name is KIERON Seamons and this is my Inky channel where we are going to get into some wild and funky drawing. I had an extremely difficult night's sleep. I don't know whether I was dreaming or I was hallucinating or I was just going completely mad, but I had this feeling that above my bed there was a bat that was flying around in circles. Now, what seemed to be is that even when I closed my eyes, there was flickers of light, and it made my sleepy, dosy brain begin to think that there was a bat flying around in my room. And I could not shake the idea. Now, of course, there wasn't, but my brain was convinced. So I thought I would draw a bat today. So, if you'd like to draw a bat, walk this way. So, let's get into some bat drawings. I quite often have these nights of sleep when my brain is overly active, and the overactive imagination from my day of drawing and creating things sometimes carries on. And when I'm getting sleepier and sleepier, there's some things that happen and I'm not quite sure if it's real or it's not real. Very bizarre way to live my life, I know, but nonetheless, it was a very difficult night's sleep. So I thought I'd get into sort of draw some kind of bat creature for our entertainment. And I don't even know where to start, really. Maybe I'll start with a nice guiding line. Yes. It looks quite nice to start with, just to give me somewhere to start my inky journey. As I was sleeping, there's flickers of light. You know, even with my eyes closed, I could feel something moving in the light. Like if there was somebody moving outside or something, you know. And it really became very, very difficult for my mind to settle. But like I said, it is quite a common problem for people like me. If you are very creative and constantly imagining things and constantly dreaming up things, that sometimes it carries on, and sometimes it can be a little bit distracting in your day-to-day life. I guess that's probably one of the reasons why I live on my own. Having some weird guy in the middle of the night convinced that there is a bat in his bedroom. Yeah. But, of course, there is some nothingness to a lot of people's lives, I guess. I wonder if other creative people have a similar type of problem. What about you? Do you have some kind of problem to switch the brain off when you go to sleep? I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear that I'm not the only person that's some kind of nutty, bunky, bizarre person. And that's sometimes, you know, I also find that if I wake up in the middle of the night, I instantly have an idea for a story or a character or even one of my videos now. It has moved across that I'll wake up in the middle of the night and say, wouldn't it be great if I was drawing this tomorrow, or some such insanity. And then I'll kind of tootle off to the bathroom and sit there and think about it. Oh yes, that's a great idea. Yes. Well, I should go back to bed. I'll do that tomorrow. And of course, part of my problem is the fact that I have notebooks and such beside my bed, which only adds to the problem. And I have tried to live without them, but then you kind of get to the stage where you wake up in the middle of the night and you go, oh, I must write that genius idea down, and then you go, where's my notepad? And then inevitably you will kind of go, oh, it's such a great idea. I should pootle on downstairs and find that notebook. And if you are living with somebody, I'm sure it must be a very bizarre thing. Where is he going this time of night? Well, I've got this genius idea to oh dear, yes. So all you lovely people out there, don't live with artists. They're absolute bonkers, a lot of them. Now, this is a rather odd nib that I'd found. Look at that. It's one of those big spear ones that I sometimes find. And they're quite odd to draw, because they do kind of, as I kind of like to explain it, they do leak a lot. They do feed a lot of ink out, which sometimes can be nice if you kind of remember to control it. He's got a lovely face, hasn't he? Yeah, I can see something. That's too small. That's nice. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely perfect. I just saw that wing kind of call out to me, and it was like, draw me like this. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, the way that line comes down there. And sometimes when you are doing these kind of like splash kind of scribble starts, you have to be a little bit more kind of like understanding about what the line is giving you. What is it dictating? What is it suggesting to you? And you must listen. You can't just kind of flake away and do these things. You must listen. So this was the bat in my bedroom. This was the bat in my bedroom. Terribly sorry for that. Sometimes in the middle of a drawing, in the middle of something, the iPad decides to give me some indication of madness, of total rubbish that nobody really cares about. And to do that, you need to push a button. And to do that, it means to stop what you're doing, which I find horrendously upsetting. Why do that? Why? Apple, behave yourself. And we are talking about bats, and we're talking about my night's sleep and such. I'm not really the best of sleepers, as you may already have guessed. I'm really the most ridiculous sleeper of any person I know. I seem to, sometimes I seem to run on 2 or 3 hours a night, just because my brain is so overly active that I must get to my next adventure. And although I do not plan any of my videos, I do not script them out, I do not plan them out, but I do wake up quite constantly, quite often with ideas of that at the time seemed to be quite genius-like, you know. It's like, why don't you do a video of, oh my God, that's a great idea. Oh my God, that shall be my most popular video. Everybody will love that video. Well, it doesn't really work like that. Doesn't really work like that. Though we are up over 80,000 people. And please, if you are one of those 80,000 people that come back every single week or every single couple of days to view, please hit that subscribe button. If I had 80,000 subscribers and not 80,000 views, would be an incredible achievement. But views are just like people peeking through a peek hole or something, you know? Doesn't really mean that much to the big boys at YouTube and such like. Means very little to them. It's just a number to make us feel good. When I get 80,000, I think, oh my God, 80,000 people, that's incredible. But actually in YouTube land, it doesn't really mean anything to them. So the subscribe button, if you are such in the mood at the time, please hit that subscribe button. Doesn't really mean anything to you. It doesn't change your way of viewing. It might say, oh my God, Kieron's got a new video up, but that will be it. So it doesn't really change your viewing situation, as it were. Lovely. He's got such a lovely kind of character, hasn't he? And there is something quite remarkable about bats anyway. I do, as I'm standing in the garden at night with Mr. Miro, or as we walk out at night, we do see lots and lots of little bats flying around. And maybe that's what was in my mind when I went to bed. Maybe I was standing there waiting for Mr. Miro and I was watching all the bats, and maybe that's what crawled into my overly imaginative mind and carried on into my sleep. I kind of feel like he needs some kind of like medallion or something like that, like King of the Bats or something like that, you know. Like something like that. And he's got the necklace that kind of goes up around. I'm not sure how many minutes we've been drawing now. I try to keep it within about 20 minutes or half an hour, because I know that there is a kind of a drop-off time with all the people that watch these videos. And the drop-off time is kind of like, try not to watch more than 20 minutes. I don't know if it's their decision or life's decision or whatever, but there is an absolutely gorgeous bat. Now, if he was flying above my bed last night, I'd be quite pleased. He's got such a lovely little face. Absolutely lovely. I do like that. I quite imagine some orange behind him, like a bright orange. Beautiful. So there is one very, very beautiful bat that was keeping me awake last night. In my mind, of course, in my crazy mind. And I'm rather pleased with that. So let's squeeze my name in there somewhere. And I hope you will subscribe to the channel. I hope you will enjoy. There's quite a lot of videos that do go up every week and every month. Indeed, I do work very hard to keep you with a constant flow of artwork. Is there a term for a constant flow of artwork? An outpour of artwork, a gush of artwork. I do try to keep you entertained. So please hit that subscribe button. And let's get our subscription up to where our views are. About 80,000 or over 80,000. I think it was 83,000 people this morning when I woke up, which is absolutely delightful, and I do love you all. And for those people that have been asking, yes, there are still a few things on eBay. I'm actually trying to, in the run-up towards, do I dare say Christmas? In the run-up over the next month, I'm trying to actually keep a nice flow of artwork going up onto eBay to obviously give you some Christmas presents to give to your loved ones, and also at the same time to earn me some money to pay for my roof, which has been rather horrendous. And there's lots of ways that you can subscribe to the channel. You can donate to the channel. You can buy things on eBay, or you can send comments and just say, hey, how you doing? I love what you're doing. I don't love what you're doing. Or, hey, something. I'm from whatever country. Just have some kind of dialogue with me. I do enjoy. Me and Mr. Miro sit at the end of the night and we do read our comments, and we do enjoy what we read. So, thank you very, very, very much for being here with me today in my sleepy mode from my bat night. And that is the bat that was in my bedroom. So there you are. Have a beautiful day. Do come back. Do subscribe. And I'll see you again very soon for some more drawing. Bye-bye.